So this is going to be another video showing how to fix the lines on a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Original or Game Boy DMG screen. Now it's going to be a little different from last time because the last time I used a soldering iron. It should be the video just before this one. But I was kind of trying with a hot air gun, kind of thought what way could I make this work, and I found a technique. I'm not saying I'm the first to do it. I've never seen anyone do it before, but then again, I don't watch videos of people doing this. But I think it might be a lot handier than the soldering iron. So I just want to show you that, just in case it's useful to somebody. Now let me just show you the lines on this one. See over at the very far right there. If you darken the contrast, you see over at the right. That's the ones you want to get rid of. Now this Game Boy also has the issue. I know it's missing a screen lens again, but this one also has an issue where there's no sound. I might get into that in this video, I'm not sure. It depends if I see anything obvious. If not, then I'll just stick to the sorting out the lines on the screen. So again, 6 tri-wing screws here. Now separate the PCBs. So I don't see anything obvious so far, but now again, take off the front PCB so we can get at that plastic kind of cable, the flex cable. Obviously don't be rough with the breaking point, but it's kind of stuck in there. So this is again what we need to get at here. So we need to remove this bit of rubber. So I have my heat gun set to about 130 here. Just going to very gently heat that and remove it. Okay. There we go. Now I see the adhesive from that still on there, but I'm just going to remove that too because I'm going to be using better adhesive on that bit of rubber. So get rid of that. Okay, so I see the speaker is obviously damaged too. Good grief, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, just ripped that thing clean off the speaker. But yeah, that speaker wasn't even tight, that speaker was sitting loose, so that's obviously where the sound issue is coming from. We just fixed that too, ironically. Weren't even trying. So that there was the issue. See that dairy thing? Broke off the speaker, so the wires weren't even attached to that wee copper coil there, wires. They're meant to attach to this, but obviously they weren't, so that's the issue with the speaker sorted. I think I have a spare speaker, so I'll replace that too. But anyway, we need to reattach this front PCB to the back PCB so we can see what we're working with. And attach our power. So that's the lines you're trying to fix. Now, to protect the LCD from the heat, what I do is I use this, it's called Captain tape. It's heat resistant. So I'm going to put a strip of that across the bottom of the screen here, just above where we're heating. Just like that. Because I don't want this getting damaged with the heat. Now the next thing I put over that then, I use some of this like aluminium sticky tape. I'm going to put that over as well. That'll be another layer of protection against the heat. Hopefully that'll deflect some of the heat. And then we can work at that wee flex cable. So again, just put that just across the bottom. Now you want to see the screen, so I'm going to fold it back a bit, and obviously I want to keep it stuck to the Captain tape. I don't want this sticking to the screen itself because it's a good bit stickier. So I'm going to apply power here again. Or am I? Let me see if I can get this in better. Yeah, like that. So we'll see when this line goes if it's successful. Now the way I do this here, I'm going to use a heat gun. I'm going to use a narrow nozzle, not much wider than the tape we're heating here, and get yourself like a plastic spudger or something that's not going to damage that tape, but you can push down with it, because once we heat this, I'm going to use this to push down and get that adhesive back together and make that connection. So get yourself a wee plastic spudger or something like this. You can possibly use metal, but I don't recommend that. So I have my heat gun set to about 130 here. Now heating there, you can see the lines already affected by that because of the adhesive softening. I'm just going to heat over here gently. Don't need to heat the whole thing because over here is where the lines are causing the issue. So heat it like that. Now go on with the flat end of your spudger and just try and press it down. Might take a wee second to find that sweet spot, but just try and press that down like that. Oh, like a short circuit, something on the back there. But just like that, try and keep pressing down until you see some kind of result there. Now you might not get this in the first go, we'll go again. Now I find as well sometimes you have to cut the power and reapply it for the effects to fully take effect. So I'm going to cool that down properly and then I'm going to go over that again. Alright, so again, back in with the heat, about 130. Now I'm going to try it again there now. So it's nearly fixed itself there now, but just going to press then again with the spudger. Now we need to wait for that to cool because lines could reappear. Hopefully when it cools properly they'll all be gone, but you see there's one there kind of coming in and out. Just give it all a minute to cool down. And then we'll see if it has fixed the problem. Now I see that one line there, I'm hoping. I'm going to cool it down with the gun again and see if it... Nope. Now my gun has ran out of power there, but I see there's one faint line. I don't know if you can pick it up, I think you can on the camera. One faint line here. Just press that down again. Now we'll see if that has completely fixed the problem. I'm going to try and cool it down again now with the gun plugged in. Now, I'm happy that that's completely cool, and you see that the line is completely gone there now. Now, I'm going to keep the screen on and take off this tape, just in case any more problems do. Yeah, you see over here now, there's a wee line just appeared here, so we'll just do the same before we take off this tape completely. With these older screens, you know, when you work with them, the lines can reappear because all this adhesive's kind of not perished, but you know, it's just with wear and with age, it kind of degrades a bit. But we can sort that out with the heat. So we'll just do that side now too. No, that seems to, well, let me see. That seems to be the sweet spot for that line there. So I'm going to hold that down just while it's cooling. Hopefully that'll make it, help it make the connection better again. If I just keep working in that area. Now again, we're coming with the gun, cool it completely. Okay, so we're going to try and take this tip off now when all the lines are gone. So I'm just going to move the contrast just so you see that it is actually, that it has actually fixed the problem. So I'm going to try and take this tape off now without causing any more lines. Ugh, this power line just stay in, will you? Now when you're putting the tape on, be careful not to put it over the, when you put the captain tape on and the shiny tape on, make sure not to put it here, because if you do and you pull it off, you're just gonna yank that tape off as well, and all your work will be for nothing. You'll cause yourself more problems. Also be careful when taking this off too, because you don't want to pull this too hard and do damage to that LCD screen. Now see, there's a bit of a line there, but must have been the way we pulled that screen. Okay, so thankfully the lines haven't come back. Now let me just check. Yeah, perfecto. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And just actually, because it's going to be a quick job, I'm going to just replace that speaker as well. So I'm going to get the soldering iron out here. There we go. That's the old one gone. I'm just going to clear these holes. These wires have a mind of their own, because they've been sitting in the same position for decades. There we go. Let's give that a wee quick clean. Right, now I'm going to jump to this all back together and see is everything working. Okay, so moment of truth, I have the volume turned up the full way, and we'll check and have the contrast darkened the whole way, I think. Yeah, okay, so those lines are gone. Now, do we have sound? Yeah, we have sound. So that speaker was just completely torn apart. But yeah, that's how you fix the lines with a heat gun rather than going over with a soldering iron. I didn't have a wild lot of luck. There was another Game Boy there, I tried the soldering iron, but just wasn't doing the trick for one particular line, and the heat gun seemed to do it. So I thought that was a cool technique and cool way to fix it. But yeah, hopefully you learned something from that video again, and if you have any questions, drop down in the comments. Thank you for watching.